So after you get the points in the field, you're gonna download the file, do the whole comms and line attributes, all that good stuff, so that you get your DXF file. You're gonna put it in whatever folder you create. So let's, for this example, take 265 Marion. So in 265 Marion, you're gonna create your spot folder and put your DXF file into it. Also, you're gonna take the spot base, you're gonna copy that and put it, and put it into your spot folder. So here we have the spot AutoCAD file and your DXF file. You open them both up. This is eventually how you want it to turn out, but for this purpose we're just gonna show you the steps on how to just get the files into itself. So create the two things like that. You're gonna want to view, zoom, all, and now you have your points. Control C for the spot, Control V to paste it into this into your spot base. These points aren't going to be here. You're just going to have this, but for drawing purposes, we're going to create this, and I'm going to show you how to get to this point. So you brought over from the DXF file all the points over here. You escape out of the DXF file. You don't need to save it. So now you're left with this. Just, you brought this over here. The next step, you're going to want to go back into your folder and go back to the original let's see, the original topo. So here we have the original topo. We're going to open them up. Make sure you save often. Sometimes the AutoCAD likes to act up and just freeze. So we're going to select, remember, from bottom right to top left. Selects everything. Control C him, Control V him over here, drop him in. Save him over here. So now we have the topo file, and as you can see, there's the staking file along with the staking points. So that file is going to be in your staking site plan. You might have to like zoom in and stuff to see. I don't know, like. So here we have the staking point file and the shots that you took. Again, bottom right, top left, Control C, drop them over here, Control V. So pretty much that's how you get to this mirror image. So you got your topo, the file, the points, and your jumble of spot survey points. So once you get to this section, make sure you save, and we are going to go through aligning it. So the first thing is to get rid of the border boxes. Make sure that you select the border boxes and not a symbol. It's very bad to lose symbols. So you delete that. Next step is to drop everything down to 0 and clean up the heights. So we select everything, modify, properties, position Z, the last thing on the listing. So we're gonna go 0, enter. Next, we're going to turn off the symbols using the little sun next to the light bulb. So now select everything again. Height. For spot surveys, we're going to make the height 0.75. For topos, it's 1. For spots, let's make them 0.75. Just turn back on the symbol. Spot surveys, you don't need to make the symbols 0.25. Only in topos. So again, in topos, 0.25 for the symbols, height 1. Our next step is to align. We're going to look at what points we were able to get. We got a CR, And let's see what else we got. Started here. STs. Huh. I wonder what I connected. So there's supposed to be either 2 CRs or something else. TFs. On snap, you're going to want intersection and nearest. But I don't know where I connected stuff to. So let's just draw this up real quick. I think that's 5967. 5966. Okay. So here, probably because things were in the way, I ended up just shooting the pipe rear cross. So again, you got to make sure you remember what you shot out there, whether that was the front right, front left. In this instance, it was the rear left cross and a pipe. So over here, we're going to draw a line from the 2 points. So here I drew the left cross to the staking point. We're going to copy that and put it just into the middle of nowhere. Here we're going to use the 2 points. To make sure that those are the 2 correct points, you're going to select that line, LI, enter. Look at its length, 159.67. You don't need to worry about the last 2 digits, so it's 59.67. You're going to want to check the point that you moved over here. We got 5966, so that's a tick off. That's pretty damn good. So now we're going to align it. So you got the line here, line here. You got to remember, on snap is intersection, but the important part is the nearest. So we're going to type in align, ALIGN, enter. It's going to ask select the objects. We're going to select all these objects, press enter. First source point. And here we're just going to be on this line. We're going to connect line to line. So we know that this is the rear left CL, and this is the rear left CL. So we just select a point on the line, select a point on the line. Now it's asking for the second part. We know that this is the ST, this is the ST. So we're going to select it somewhere there, put it somewhere there, enter, enter, and it's going to align itself. Delete that line, move this guy somewhere like that. The next step is these descriptions are going to be, or could be, all over the place. Let me see how I made this guy. Okay, I just made him straight up. One thing you can do, this is going to be for anytime you want to change all the descriptions all in one shot. What I like to typically do, select it, RO, enter to rotate. We're going to select the base point as that intersection. We don't want it straight because that might interfere with our drawing. For spot surveys, just try to do like a 45 degree, and then to make everything else the same, we're going to turn off the symbols. So that disappeared. Select him. You're going to use the paintbrush up on the top left and pretty much select all your points. Now they're all cockeyed at 45 degrees. And I'll show you, and turn back on your symbol. Save. So I'll show you why. If everything was straight and we drew this line from this point to this point, there'd be a bunch of descriptions in the way. But if they're cockeyed, you can clearly see all of the points. For this building, you can take a reference on this file. So another thing you can do if you get confused is you can actually grab the outline of what Alex sent you. You can copy him at a corner. You know that you picked up a corner, so you just paste them in, and you can kind of see where everything should line up, just to have an idea of how to draw your house. If you want to change his color so that you can draw your thing over him, you can just select them, and then in the middle description layer part, right over here, you can drop them down. You can change them to red, you can change them to blue, yellow, green, whatever you want to do, and then you can start drawing your file over him. Just make sure that you don't connect the lines together. For this instance, you probably just want intersection and not nearest, and then you just start drawing your lines. So you start at one point, you start connecting just connect all the dots. Zoom in as much as you can if you need to, but just for example, like we didn't know if this went straight or how this section of the house went, so you can always see, you can always plop the bigger building envelope in. So now we see that we can have these lines. So that's basically how to just get it to even this point. If you're sending this to Uncle Alex just right now, just make sure that you show him the two lines that are gonna be what you aligned it with. So you just draw the line here to here, and that'll show him that you matched up these two lines. Eventually, you'll get to this stage where, yeah, you have this line, and then you'll also have everything drawn in with descriptions. But we'll go over that at a later date and time.